talk to you a little bit, Kevin, about your dad.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about him.
My father, Brian Christopher Hickey, was the captain of Rescue 4. Loved his job, absolutely loved being a firefighter. Running in while people were running out, that was his life. And he was one of the most decorated firefighters in FDNY history. My dad was one of the hardest workers I've ever seen in my life. Very, very loving. He was very charismatic. Loved to play golf, loved to, hang out with his friends, and loved all of his children. Everybody enjoyed his company. I've actually never seen a relationship like my mom and dad's ever. I rarely see nowadays what they had. My dad was just an overall fantastic guy, swell guy. He actually wasn't even supposed to work that day. But like I said, he loved to work. So if he had to go in, he would go in. He would even go in when he didn't have to go in because he just wanted to go in. I don't vividly remember a lot of things from when I was a child, but that day specifically, I remember it being a beautiful day. The attacks happened at 9 a.m. in the morning, like very early in the morning. So I went through an entire school day in the 4th grade without knowing what happened. No one was talking about it. I'm pretty sure the teachers had a, deal to keep it on the down low because they didn't want to, scare anybody. But I remember walking home from school and I walk in the house and I hear my mother screaming. A screaming that I've never heard from her before. It was quite scary. I see my sister sitting on the couch in tears, and my mom's screaming upstairs, "Where's my husband? Where's my husband?" As a 9-year-old, it's very traumatic to go through an experience like that. On the Today Show, that's when it really hit.
It's a lot for a 10-year-old to have to handle.
I remember before going on the show telling myself, please don't cry, please don't cry. Once we started talking about my dad, I realized right there and then the whole world was watching, and it was a very emotional event. I had to let the tears out. The family has had its ups and downs. My sister had 2 kids, Joey and Gabriella, beautiful kids. They're now 9 and 7. My brother Danny has 2 kids as well, Danica and Brian, 10 and 7 as well. So we've had a lot of bless and joys in the family over the past few years. Danny actually worked in ladder 123, where my dad first worked. And then he took it up a notch and went to Rescue 4, the company where my father passed away. Yeah, and he loves it. He loves being in Rescue 4. He loves being, my dad's son. And he loves being a fireman. We thought maybe after the tragedy of 9/11 that maybe that was enough tragedy for one lifetime, right? Unfortunately, that's not how life works. There's ups and downs all over the road. December 2011, my brother Dennis passed away of a drug overdose. He was 18 years old when my father passed away. That's a crucial time in a teen's life, and he couldn't cope. He couldn't come to grips with the fact that we lost our dad. He started finding other ways to ease his pain, pretty much. After everything that my mother has been through, I can't fathom and understand how she lives the way she does. She's a very, very optimistic, very loving woman. Everyone that's around her is made better. When people say there's one person for everyone, I think my dad was her one person. Unfortunately, I don't think she can see herself remarrying. Everyone mourns and deals with tragedies in their own specific way, right? In their own unique way. For me and my family, when September 11th comes around every single year, my mom likes to go into the city. She likes to do the memorial. She likes to go to the gravesite. My brother, he's around his firefighter friends all day. My sister, you know, she has kids now and she goes to the gravesite, my dad's gravesite. For me, I like to kind of decompress. I take the day off from work and I take a day to step back, reflect on, you know, where I am right now in my life and how grateful I am and how far we've come as a family. I want to say it made me a stronger person and it made me capable of dealing with things that a lot of people aren't capable of. But at the end of the day, when people ask me, I don't know how you got through it, I don't know how you live like the way you live, and I tell them, what else am I supposed to do? How else am I supposed to live? I went to the University of Rhode Island, where I graduated in 2015 with a degree in public relations. Currently, I'm working in the digital media field. I work for a company called Minute Media, and I have a girlfriend of almost a year. Her name's Alyssa. Things are going very, very well for us. I try to take what happened on September 11th and use it as fuel to push me forward. I want to do right by my family. I want to make my mom proud. I want her to know that she raised a really good man, even after the effects of 9/11. And I want to show people that it is possible, you know, to see a shining light and to move forward.